Hello everyone, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? This afternoon, actually, it is here. This is the second time I've done this reading because I'm having a lot of trouble with my laptop, so I've shifted to my phone. Mercury is retrograde at the moment, so I'm not surprised I'm losing readings. I wanted to look at the Voice of America. I wanted to look at whether Barr will answer a subpoena, and I also want to take a look at Biden's VP. In my previous reading, the cards just wanted to lead me to the Supreme Court and Jeffrey Berman. Those two things are going to be very instrumental and will impact very strongly, not just on Trump, but on William Barr. So look to Berman's testimony to be explosive because I do feel he's going to lay it on the line for us. And the other draw I get is to the Supreme Court. I'm not sure when they're making their decision, but I do feel that at least one of those cases will be successful. But let's start with Voice of America. This was a show of strength, I feel, for Donald Trump. We have Steve Bannon's acolyte being given the job of being in charge of a iconic broadcasting organization that was set up in 1942 to counteract Nazi propaganda. How ironic that it is now the tool of the neo-fascist movement, aided, abetted by Bannon and Trump and all of those who follow him. It's clawing, it's a desperate move. It's clawing, trying to claw back influence. Voice of America is broadcast in 40 languages, so I feel they're trying to get to young people. This is an ideological war, and this is a way for Bannon to wage it. I do feel that leadership will change once Trump is gone, and it's a whole new ball game, and we get back to hearing the truth, to journalists that are charged with bringing forward the truth in a non-partisan way. So let's have a look at Voice of America. Why did they do this? Show me, why did they do this? Why did they want to stack Voice of America with Steve Bannon, acolyte? This person is now he is undergoing criminal investigation, I've read, for taking money from a not-for-profit. So that's the kind of person that the Senate again confirmed. Wow, they don't deserve to hold on to the Senate. Every poll I look at, every analyst, long-term analyst that's correctly predicted elections say, as of today, Trump would lose. He wouldn't lose the Electoral College, not by a small margin, but by a reasonably wide margin as of today. So, all right, let's have a look at Voice of America. Why did they do this? Why did they do this? Why did they take over, stage a takeover of Voice of America? Why did they take over? So we've got Trump. This was something that Donald Trump wanted. This was a win, a show of strength, also to shock us. Again, deflection. He wanted a win, and they gave it to him. Challenged by disappointing ratings, disappointing performances, disappointment in the polls. Basically, this was a show of strength and a win for Trump. But this is also showing the deep disappointment in people at the moment for what has occurred for Voice of America. Partisanship, rank partisanship was why he did it. Why they did it. The senators did it. But this was also to soothe Donald Trump's ego. In the past, we have the Ten of Wands. So it could have been, we'll give you a win here, but we will claw something back there. So the senators have given him this, basically. Here we go. A mouthpiece, a megaphone, so that the this alt-right ideology can be broadcast through. But look what we've got. We've got justice here. So again, if he has control of Voice of America and they're broadcasting things that America itself finds unpalatable, you're going to get headlines on that. So there's going to be that coverage even of what is being espoused on Voice of America. But I do feel this is also in a way to control the narrative because he's just got so many investigations there. He is juggling. He feels like he's juggling. These are desperate times. But again, this was a show of strength for him with the strength card here. Was also to give, in the hopes and fears, this is new starts. It was also to, again, give him some sort of new start. They, this is the High Priestess. This is secrets coming forward. So, and we've got the voters. So it could be that, and his foreign policy, shadow foreign policies, foreign connections. So I do feel what they're going to try and do is distort the truth when it emerges. When it emerges who he is connected to and why, this is the mouthpiece to change or try and distort the narrative. So the Voice of America was his way of getting control of the truth and distorting it, hiding it, burying it, changing the narrative. The Nine of Pentacles, the independence of is challenged here. The Seven of Wands, this is having to defend it. There's a lot of outrage, and rightly so. But this is going to the Supreme Court decisions and Berman, because I did get this in my last pull, the Page of Swords. He's got another whistleblower coming. But of course, the Page of Swords is also about the spy in the camp as well. So watch now. He may already know which way the Supreme Court's going to go. His counsel might have already advised him in a particular way. And everything he does may be trying to set himself up to soften the blow or change the narrative. I feel in a way, even though Voice of America isn't a internal broadcasting mechanism, it's an international broadcasting mechanism, it is giving Trump control of the narrative nevertheless. So this is a travesty. This is a travesty that the organisation set up to counter propaganda is actually going to be used for propaganda. But my readings have shown me, and I won't double down on them now because it's getting late, is that, Biden will bring back true leadership to that organisation when he takes power. So let's have a look. I'll just change back to my Witches Tarot. I was using my SpellCaster. Let's change back to the Witches Tarot. And let's have a look at William Barr. Let's have a look at William Barr. Will he answer that subpoena? So I think he's going to resist or try and resist. Barr has connections to like an Illuminati type organisation. Is the Federalist Society Illuminati? I'm not sure. I'd have to devote another reading to that. Suffice to say that he is connected to big money and power, not just in America, but across the world as well. It's one and the same thing. He was put there in order to protect this president, and that's what he's done. But he's gone. Has he gone too far? The last time I pulled on him in this last reading that I lost, he got the Tower card twice. So I feel Barr is in deep trouble. I feel that he is going to be moving on as a result of going one step too far. So let's have a look at Barr. Will he answer that subpoena? Will William Barr answer the subpoena? I think Nadler is going to follow through with his threat to withhold funding from the DOJ or from the Attorney General's office. Will Barr answer the subpoena? Will Barr answer the subpoena? Okay, so we've got the World, a card that's endings and beginnings here. And I do feel that something, the Nine of Pentacles, I feel that something that Barr has done on the world stage we will see that. It will be revealed, I feel. his actions on the world stage. So not just internally. Is this after Jeffrey Berman appears? We've got the Five of Cups. These aren't good cards for Bar. In the past, we have the Three of Pentacles, working in teams. Who is he connected to? Who has he been working to? Who is he taking orders from? It's not just Donald Trump. This is dark money in politics. Crowning this is the Lovers. So we've got his direct connection and contract with Trump to protect Trump. 10 of Pentacles, protecting the Trump organization. So what's Berman likely to reveal? We've got a number of things. We've got the Ukraine investigation, Lev Parnas, Igor Fruman, campaign donations, violations of campaign law, but we also have the inauguration as well. And if you look back on my readings, I do get a pull to trying to protect who was in charge of that inauguration, who signed the checks, Ivanka Trump. So, yeah, it's Berman. So the Page of Swords. All right, so I feel what's going to happen is once the moon, secrets, keeping secrets, covering things up, once Berman appears, the high priest, before the government or before the house, it will be very clear what Bar has been doing, who he's been working for. And the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the money trail as well. So at the base of the pack, we have the King of Cups energy. We have an ending of the cover-ups occurring. This is the kind of energy that's moving through. And we've got this new start here with a balancing out with this Temperance card, a balancing out coming through. Here is what I think might happen. He will try and resist for as long as he can. But I feel that once Berman tells all, I feel he'll have no choice but to either appear or resign. What I'm seeing here with this Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is that Nadler will make good his threat. So he will try and resist that subpoena to begin with, but Nadler will make good the threat to hold back the finances, the funding. All right, so will Barr resign? Will Barr resign? Will William Barr, the Attorney General of the United States, resign? Got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so we're going to hear something. The Nine of Cups, breakthroughs, wish fulfillment. I'm getting, you know what I'm getting? And it's a waiting, playing a waiting game. What's going to occur? Three of Rods, the foreign policy. Got the World here as well. I think what is going to happen, and here's our Tower card. I think what is coming out regarding Trump's financials and regarding Berman's, what Berman has to say about this shadow foreign policy. Everything's connected to overseas in some way. Barr will be put right in the middle of that, and he's got the Tower moment. So we've got here the Hanged Man. And at the base of the pack, we do have the Ace of Swords, and we do have full illumination of who and what he has been working for. So, you know, as I said, if I was a fly on the wall in Barr's office, I would have to say that he's incredibly anxious, because I feel that the Berman matter was a step too far, and that, coupled with what the Supreme Court is likely to deliver, he's going to find it very hard to stay as the Attorney General after what he's done. All right, so let's go to Biden's VP. I'm just going to change decks and we'll go back to the Spellcaster. Let's have a look at Joe Biden's VP. Let's start with Senator Harris. Joe Biden's VP, show me Senator Harris. Will Senator Harris be Joe Biden's VP? Will Senator Harris be Joe Biden's VP? She got this card before in my last reading. This is the Voters. The Ten of Cups, a very good card. 3 cards. But we've got the Seven of Wands having to defend herself. And we've got the Sword of Truth. So this could also be... yep, she got similar cards. I feel that something is there which is counting her out, even though she's a favourite and you know, of the front, you know, in front. I feel something's going to count her out. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, and that is foundations. And we've got Biden appearing here, but we've also got the 9 of Swords here. So I feel that there's something in the senator's past, perhaps when she was a prosecutor, that is a bridge too far, because that's what it's telling me. All right, let's go to Stacey Abrams. Show me Stacey Abrams. Will Stacey Abrams be Biden's VP? Stacey Abrams. Will Stacey Abrams be Joe Biden's? I'm not going to take all those cards. That's too many. Okay, so 7 of Cups, not being able to make a clear choice. The Hermit card, review, isolation. These aren't good cards, but I do have the Ace of Wands. She got that before. She could have been vetted very, very heavily, but I do have the 4 of Cups. So, yeah. No, there's been a lot of arguing about the choice as well from the Biden campaign. The Magician, actualizing something into reality. And we've got the Queen of Swords. I'm not seeing great cards here. No, I don't feel they think that she's like a heavy hitter or something around that. They want somebody who is, you know, but I don't know. Stacey Abrams is a strong person. But I'm not liking those cards either, Senator Harris nor Abrams. But I think out of the 2 with that 10 of Cups, I think Senator Harris might be even ahead of Abrams. Let's go to Susan Rice, a former national security advisor for Obama. Of course, has Benghazi and those hearings hanging over her. So a little bit of baggage there, but she's an incredibly able and competent person. So Susan Rice, I'm not getting a big hit on her. Susan Rice. No, 4 of Cups. But we've got the Magician here, actualizing something into reality. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah. No, and another page. So I did shuffle. So I'm not getting good cards for any of these VPs. I do feel that Susan will have a place in Biden's administration. Absolutely. She will be a loyal soldier, so to speak. So out of the 3 of them so far, I guess Senator Harris with that 10 of Cups is looking good. But I do feel that will have to defend something. Perhaps a decision that she made in the past. Let's go to Val Demings. Val Demings, representative from Florida, former police chief. Will Val Demings be Joe Biden's choice of VP? Val Demings, Joe Biden's VP. No, because I'm getting the Page of Pentacles. These are all people that maybe have been in consideration, but then I've got the Queen of Pentacles. But the 8 of Cups, loss. Okay. And the 5 of Pentacles, no. I'm not feeling drawn to her as a choice. All right, let's show me Keisha Lance Bottoms. Keisha Lance Bottoms. Show me Keisha Bottoms. Will she be the VP? No, she's going to stay where she is. It's just not her time at the moment. We do have the Two of Cups. She has commitments and contracts elsewhere. No, I'm not seeing that at all. She is well and truly, she has her hands full as mayor of Atlanta, so I'm not seeing her. Now, of course, it may not. Let's just try Gretchen Whitmer. She's the governor of, is it Michigan? Let's try her again. Gretchen Whitmer. Will Gretchen Whitmer be Biden's VP? No, the Hermit. She was under review. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing that at all. In fact, she got the Tower. So again, she has her hands full in what she's doing. Wow. Okay, so I don't know. I think they're having an incredible task trying to pick. It could be somebody that I haven't read on, somebody that I haven't even considered or that we haven't considered. The people that are still now at the top of my list are Senator Harris and Stacey Abrams. They're the two at the top of the list. Although I feel Senator Harris has something that she in her past that she's needing to defend herself on. Stacey Abrams is looking very positive at the moment, but I would say it's out of those two. All right, now, before I finish this reading, I'm just going to go to the Supreme Court. And let's see what we're going to see and hear from that. I'll change back to the Witch's Tarot. Will we see, or will the Supreme Court vote to reveal Donald Trump's financials? Okay, I feel that they will, but I've got the Nine of Wands. There will be some conditions on that. Maybe not all of the cases will be successful, and there may be conditions about how and where and when they're released. The Wheel of Fortune, the foundation of the reading is the Hanged Man, something being stalled. In the past, we've got the Five of Wands, partisanship, but it's come out reversed, which means that we might see whatever decision they do hand down, we might see well, it's not going to be unanimous, but there's going to be a few surprises there. We do have the Sun card crowning the reading, illumination, and we do have the Ace of Cups, another yes card in the immediate future. It will be revealing just his card for the shadow foreign policy. It will tell us why he's done, as Bolton has said, why his decisions have been made according to his business interests. We're going to get to see that, the president and his shadow foreign policy. He's trying desperately to control it, but he can't. The Seven of Cups, in the hopes and fears that he can, propagate this illusionary type of stuff that he's done from day one. But look what we've got. We've got the outcome, loans and debts. This is the card, the Six of Pentacles, loans and debt. Sitting alongside the Sun and the Ace of Swords. I'm not going to go any further. I think the Supreme Court will vote to bring forward his financials. There may be conditions on it. Not every case will be successful, but I feel that there will be enough justices voting that way to release something, because look at these cards. And this is what the tarot wants me to tell you today, because I've just kept coming back to this Supreme Court decision. Whatever's coming out, which will impact on not just Trump but Barr as well. It's soon. It's like I don't want to put a timeline on it, but it's a week. It's 2 weeks. It's not very far away, and so we'll get to hear that. And when Berman speaks, will be two very, very major events, catastrophes for Trump and Barr. And I think even after Berman speaks, it could be that Bar has no choice once this information comes to light than to go, to resign. But in the meantime, you can find, I think, Nadler flexing his muscles. I think he's going to, uphold that threat to hold back funds. Bar will try and resist, but I feel events will overtake Bar. What information is coming out will overtake Bar. So, Supreme Court decision and Jeffrey Berman, watch for those two things. All right, I'll leave it there. This is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes only. It may or may not be true based on my tarot cards and my own intuition and clairvoyance. However, it's for your entertainment. So I'll be back again with another reading soon. Thank you for all your lovely comments. Thank you to those who have donated to the channel. And here I am. I've been very, very busy lately, but I've finally managed to get on after losing a reading or two. Here I am, and here's the reading. So thank you very much.